Brett and Briggs here again with you guys on another video with a pellet stove part replacement. So Dad, what is on today's docket?
Well, as always, son, to our viewers, welcome to the video. Today we are going to show you how to replace a control board in a Heatilator PS35 pellet stove. The same procedure can be used for a Heatilator PS50 and the ginormous Heatilator Cab 50. Let's go!
All right, let's do it.
As always, prior to working on your pellet stove, today we're going to be replacing the control board. Unplug your pellet stove prior to doing any work. Let's go to work. Okay, the tools you'll need today to change out your control board will be as follows. You can use an impact with a Phillips adapter or a regular Phillips screwdriver. You'll need a ratchet and a 10mm socket and a very small flathead screwdriver. That's it. Okay friends, this is the brand new control board in the box, and this will work for the Heatilator PS35, PS50, and the ginormous Cab 50 pellet stove. Here's the model number right here. Take a note of it if you do need a control board. So let's unveil or open it up. We'll take it out real fast. It comes in bubble wrap. We'll set it aside. Take this, put it aside. Don't care about that. Here is the brand new 3-speed control board here. So you can see the connections. Briggs will talk to you about that when he installs it. I'm going to flip it around. Now this is the key thing. This board is used on all 3 models, but you have to make a slight change. And the change will occur right here where this knob is, and we're going to use this flathead screwdriver to turn it to the correct number. So I'm going to set this aside here. What comes in the box is a nice piece of paper, and if you could zoom in on it, son, right here, this is the knob which is on the top of the control board here. So today we are working on the PS35. So if you follow my finger here, right there is the PS35. If I move my finger up, it says I need to set this board at number 7. So with that said, I bring this board over here. I take this in here and I turn it until you see the number 7. As soon as you can see the number 7, you're good to go, and Briggs will install the new control board. So one more note, when you look at these numbers up at the top of this sheet, we are going to talk a little bit about the PS50 and the Cab 50, which is right here. So if I bring my finger up here, I would see number 2. Turn this knob with a flathead screwdriver until you see the number 2. That means this board is set for your PS50 or your Cab 50.
All right, now we're ready to start doing the installation. But first, we're going to tackle some panels. So your control board is going to be located on the left side of the PS35 pellet stove. Right here, we already have the top panel removed, so you can kind of see it in here. But now we're going to do the bottom panel removed as well. For the bottom panel, you have one bolt back here. This one's a little loose, so we don't have to use a tool, but if it's tightened, you would. If it's loose enough, you can just use your hands as so.
10mm socket.
Yep, 10mm socket. Remove this panel.
Perfect.
And right here, use my light, we have full access to the control board.
Where is the control board?
Right here. So now that we have access to the control board, we can actually start the whole process of removing it. So if we try to remove it right here, nothing's gonna happen. And the reason why is because you have a small bracket holding it in place from the top. To remove this bracket, we're gonna come over here. And it's usually held by a Phillips screwdriver. So we're just gonna take this, slowly remove it. Set this to the side. Make sure we don't lose the screw. We're gonna slide this out. We're gonna put this over so we can find it again. We're gonna come back here to the control board, and we're gonna be careful of this part so we don't break anything. And again, always double check to make sure your pellet stove is unplugged. Then we're gonna pull up on the board, out, and we have it all removed. Alrighty, now we can grab our new control board right over here. We wanna make sure, again, that that dial is set to a number 7. We're gonna do a close up here, as you can see. Now, since we've double checked it, make sure it's on the right dial, we're gonna do the installation of the board here. Now, this part is very, very sensitive. You wanna make sure you don't scratch, snap, or break this part anywhere in here. The opening for the control board is right here for the connection of the stove. So what we're gonna do, we wanna make sure we have ample lighting in here. Again, take your time. There's no need for excessive force on this part. We're gonna gingerly line it up here. And as we go in, we wanna make sure that that part of the control board goes in the middle of that connection. And once you kind of feel it, you're gonna gently push down. And once that is inset, you're good to go on that part. You can install the bracket again, and your control board's in. All right, everyone, you guys now have a new control board in your pellet stove.
Well, Briggs, as always, you did a wonderful job.
And as always, thank you.
Hopefully this video was helpful to you all on this PS35 control board exchange or repair. It'll still work for the PS50 and the Cab 50 Heatilator pellet stove. Leave us comments, most importantly as well, like, share, subscribe. Help us build this channel so we can continue to help you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.